Good evening everyone, myself Shayan Banerjee and I'm making back with my economics classes. I guess the last day was Rabindra Jayanti. Kavi Guru Rabindranath Tagore, a very world famous Nobel laureate and a very world famous author, poet, a socio-political activist and whatnot, a great national hero. So we are in our next day with a small economics class. Here we are with the continuation part of class 9. As we are dealing with the class 9 CBSE syllabus of chapter 1, we have come up with the next video as a continuation part of that particular chapter. So here we are with the part of the first factor of production, that is land. It's still yet not completed. Land as a free gift of nature. What we read in my previous video, those who have still not subscribed my channel, I request them to subscribe my channel and just go through my previous videos where I told very repeated time that land is those natural resources that are considered as a free gift of nature. Now, as land as a free gift of nature is helping us to produce, is helping the entrepreneur to use that particular one, and it ultimately helps an entire production process to go very smoothly. Similarly, we have read in our previous video about the Green Revolution, which was also part of this particular factor, land. We are with our next topic of discussion about how this Green Revolution and how this particular land and different type of activities that have been produced in this first factor of production, that is land. So as you all know, land is a fixed factor of production. It is indivisible as well as it is actually indestructible rather. It's indestructible rather. And being the fixed factor of production, which is immobile in nature, land is also fixed in Palampur. And up to 1970s, there were different type of activities that were there in Palampur, which was helped the Palampur people to ultimately use a fixed factor of production or a fixed amount of land. Now we are relating that particular land in Palampur in this manner. We can say that this Palampur as an arbitrary village is there in the western part of the state Uttar Pradesh. Now question can come from here, that why do you consider Palampur as a part of western side of Uttar Pradesh or as a part of Uttar Pradesh? You all know that Uttar Pradesh is that particular area which is very famous for wheat production, which is very famous for all the agriculturists, different type of high yielding variety of seeds, as we have read in the previous video in Green Revolution in the 1960s. It occurred in this particular state, Uttar Pradesh. In the western part of Uttar Pradesh, in Punjab as well as in Haryana, we find HYV or the high yielding variety of seeds to be distributed. It was there where we found the Green Revolution. There are few characteristics in this particular chapter what we'll read that resemble the same with Palampur. So we can connect those characteristics of the place in Uttar Pradesh as well as there in Palampur. We can relate that. Why? There is a big question mark. In Palampur we have two variety of crops that are grown. We have the Kharif crops, and in the time of rainy season, the Kharif crops as the main agricultural food grains are produced in Palampur. The Kharif crop that are produced in Palampur are basically Jowar as well as Bajra. I guess you all know the coarse grains Jowar and Bajra are being afforded by many of the thousands of people there here in our country. And this Palampur village actually produces this Jowar and Bajra in the rainy season. Apart from this Jowar and Bajra and Kharif season, we again come to the winter season. In the winter season, this particular Palampur is very famous in producing the Rabi crop. The Rabi crop which is very famous in Palampur is wheat, which is very famous in Haryana. So wheat is also produced as a Rabi crop in Palampur, and Jowar and Bajra is also produced in Palampur as a Kharif crop. Now, what about the third variety of crop? These two are the main crops, Jowar and Bajra as a Kharif and wheat as a Rabi crop. These two being the main crop, apart from that, there are basically another type of crop that is very famous in Palampur. We do have the October to December. This October to December basically in the winter time, these people there in Palampur few segment of people in Palampur also undertake potato production. They produce a large amount of surplus potato in Palampur, and after producing them in Palampur, what they do? They sell them to the nearby market. Where they sell? They sell them, basically, they sell this particular potato to the nearby market there in Raiganj as well as there in Shahpur. Basically, apart from that, this winter season Rabi crop, as you can see from here, wheat as a main Rabi crop in this particular Palampur, we also do have this wheat as a surplus production of the people there in Palampur. Wheat is that particular food grain that is used by each individual throughout our country as a main staple food. People there living in Palampur also use there for their own sustainability. And apart from their own sustainability, those surplus amount of production of wheat, what they do? They sell them there in the market to get the extra marketed surplus. The extra amount of commodity that they produce as wheat, they sell them there in the Raiganj. I guess I talked about these particular two places. This Palampur is that particular village which is well connected with two places. One is Raiganj and other is Shahpur. So this wheat, those surplus wheat is sold by the people in Palampur where? In Raiganj. So there might be 1 marks question that come from this particular part. Raiganj is that particular village which is connected with Palampur, and the people there in Palampur sell their surplus amount of wheat there in Raiganj. Understood? It's too hot from the morning and literally you can see me, I'm just sweating on. I'm very extremely sorry for my YouTube viewers who are seeing me in this particular condition. Now, let's move on to the other one. Another type of crop that is often produced by the people there in Uttar Pradesh as well as there in Palampur is sugarcane. The people living in Uttar Pradesh is very fond of eating this sugarcane. So people there in Palampur also produces sugarcane, and they ultimately use the sugarcane in the raw form, or they use them to produce jaggery. Those jaggery that they produce ultimately is sold to another particular village. What is that? Shahpur. So I guess every of my YouTube viewers who are seeing me and all my dear students, please you do have a pause button, pause it up and ultimately write that what is written here. You can see that the entire board I have somehow, it's a very small size board, and I have somehow summarized the entire thing in some form so that it helps you to make different questions and answer of your own and help you to understand a particular topic in a very simplified manner. Right? So ultimately I have segregated and I have told that here in this Palampur we do have the rainy season and the kharif crops are being produced. We do have the October and December time, we have the potato, and we have the winter season where wheat is being produced. And often a time, another type of crop that is being produced is sugarcane. It is used for the consumption of their own in the raw form, and is even used for the transformation into jaggery, and this particular jaggery is sold to the nearby village Shahpur. So we found wheat, surplus amount of wheat to be traded where? In Raiganj. And we found surplus amount of sugarcane to be traded in Shahpur. Thus, Palampur is very famous in producing these 4 variety of food grains or 4 variety of crops. Out of this, there are 2 major prime crops that Palampur produces. One is kharif crops in the time of rainy season, that is jowar and bajra. Another is a rabi crop, that is wheat, that they actually produce for their own sustainability as well as to sell that anywhere else. So these are the 2 major type of crops. One is kharif and the rabi, and the other two types of crops, that is potato as well as these sugarcane, are often produced by few selective amount of farmers there in Palampur. Apart from that, we are moving on our discussion to why this Palampur is able to produce this particular amount of food grains. What are the facilities that the people there in Palampur actually get? If you come to this particular answer, people there in Palampur had many facilities. I have segregated the facilities here in this particular part. In the right hand corner of the board, you are finding that I have written their facilities. The facilities that the particular people there in Palampur actually obtain is, the first one, they have a well-developed system of irrigation. I guess you all know the story, Allah Megh De Pani De. So Allah Megh De Pani De resembles that the people there in entire India were very much dependent on monsoon, that is the rain-bearing wind that have come from the word Mausim. But actually, there in Palampur, up to 1970s, there was variety of development that has been undertaken by the government as well as by those private producers. What they did, they had given irrigation facilities. They have started taking irrigation facilities. Why? As because electricity has come to Palampur very early. And electricity do not help to light up the lamp, light up this particular house. It is also helping the people in Palampur in variety of ways. It is helping the people in Palampur to actually produce variety of food grains, to help them work with their own small shops, to light the bulb over there in the small shops, to help them do the shopkeeping, and at the same time it is also used by those people there in Palampur to irrigate their land. Tubewell irrigation became very famous there in Palampur, as because Palampur was there in the early time using Persian wheels. I guess physics without the Persian wheels is incomplete. I guess you have written or you have read in the physics about pulley, right? Pulley or the Persian wheel were used previously to take the water from the well. Similarly, those Persian wheels were a type of wheel that were actually helping the people previously to irrigate their land. But they were simply replaced by the people there in Palampur. Why? As because tubewell irrigation came into existence there in Palampur. And this tubewell irrigation with the help of electricity was developed well in Palampur and was well connected there. In the last day in my video of Green Revolution, I has also told that in the time of Green Revolution, tubewell irrigation was very famous throughout Punjab, Haryana and Uttar Pradesh. I guess you can relate that particular Green Revolution story with this of Palampur. So you can understand Palampur is there as a part of Uttar Pradesh. Though it's an arbitrary village, not with the same name, but Palampur is a village which is being resembled there as a part of Uttar Pradesh, just because it shows all the characteristics of Uttar Pradesh. So the first facility that they have got is they found electricity. It is helping the people there in Palampur to use in their domestic purposes. It is helping them to start up and to light up their homes as well as their shops, to maintain them doing the shopkeeping. It is also helping to run the pump or the irrigation facilities there in their field. Apart from that, the facilities that they have actually transformed from the Persian wheels to that of the tubewell irrigation. So that is also very famous there in Palampur. Apart from that, we can ultimately tell this tubewell irrigation has helped after 1970 there in Palampur village to actually produce food grains in near about 200 hectare of land. It's not 1, 2 or 3, it's 200 hectare of land has now been actually producing an enormous amount of food grains, and that is all why? As because they got electricity facilities as well as proper irrigation facilities. Thus we can ultimately conclude that there in Palampur we get many various facilities, and it is not an underdeveloped village, rather a village with all the amenities that should be provided by the government. Now, I would request all of you, those who are still not subscribed my channel, to subscribe my channel as soon as possible to get updated with all the upcoming videos, to be updated with all such content that I am doing nowadays with all my fellow teachers as well as fellow colleagues. And apart from that, if you want to love economics, I assure you I can make you love economics. Hope you will subscribe my video. If you like my video, please don't forget to share and give it a thumbs up. Thank you. Have a very nice day.